Hi, I'm Emma and this is Emkie Sews, so welcome if you're new or welcome back. In today's video, I just want to talk to you about a few things that I've made this week and just catch up. The first thing I finished sewing this week was the Tap to Party top, which is the December pattern for the Weekend Sewing Club. So hopefully if you like this pattern, you'll come and join us in the club. I know that the doors open on the 25th and they'll be open through to the 31st of this month. Hopefully you come over and join us. You'll get this new pattern as well as all the previous month's pattern as part of your membership. You'll also get a live sewing session where we all get online and sew that month's pattern together as well. So if that interests you, I do highly recommend joining the Weekend Sewing Club. But this is the top that I made. This pattern comes with 2 sleeve views. It comes as a sleeveless top, or you can add a flatter sleeve to the top. And as you can see from my photo of my finished version, it is a cowl neck top. I made the size medium and I graded out from the underarm. I graded from the size medium at the underarm to a size extra large at the hips. I didn't do a full bust adjustment on this one because I didn't need it. This is a pattern for knit or stretch fabrics. So I used a poly jersey to create mine. And to sew this top up, it only took me a couple of hours. At the most, it was 4 hours. I don't know. It was very quick. So that's my Weekend Sewing Club Tap to Party top. I really like it. So hopefully you do too. This week, I actually had a really bad ADHD week. I started doing one thing and ended up doing about 3 or 4 others. That sort of thing doesn't happen to me very often, but for some reason this week I was just a little bit off. I took a photo of my room in the middle of the week and this is what it looked like. Bit of a disaster zone. The thing that started me off was I wanted to sort out my PDF patterns. A few weeks ago I sorted out my pattern storage for all my paper patterns, and as you can see from this photo, where I've been storing my PDF patterns is actually chock-a-block and I'm having trouble fitting any more in. So I need to clear it out or clean it up or change how I'm storing these patterns. So I started thinking about trying to get to that, and then I noticed that my scrap bin was overflowing, and so I decided to pull all the unusable scraps out of my scrap bin, or what I thought would be unusable scraps out of my scrap bin, and I ended up with I think 5 shopping bags full of unusable scraps. And then because I found that many scraps, I decided to make the Closet Core Ottoman pattern with the jeans that I have been collecting over time. So I made this Ottoman. I stuffed it full of all the scraps. So now I have an Ottoman and I don't have 5 bags of scraps. My scrap bin is much more empty and can fit more things into it. I did keep some of the scraps that were bigger pieces that I might be able to do something with, but the scraps that are inside the Ottoman are all much smaller. So I did that, and then as I was cleaning out one of the other boxes in there because I wanted to get rid of a broken thing. Anyway, it was a whole thing. But I then found this wooden box. It's still a work in progress, but I will show you. So I found this wooden box and I painted it black with gold edging and purple on the inside, and this is the part that's not finished, but I'll share it with you anyway. And then I started covering the top with fabric and I'm putting Mod Podge on top to seal it in. So it's still drying, but that was another random project that I decided to do this week. I finished the Tap to Party top, I finished the Ottoman, I cleaned out my scrap bin, I got this project done, or at least almost done. I think it will probably take 1 or 2 more coats of Mod Podge and then I'll be done with that one. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to fill it with. So if you have any ideas of what you think I should keep in that box, let me know. So I didn't end up organising the PDF patterns like I'd planned to. That's probably going to be going on the list for something to do next week. So yeah, I've just this week obviously been feeling a little bit out of sorts. As you can tell, I have tidied up my space a bit more. So hopefully that means that I'm feeling better. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about this week is this little bag. This is the Ellie and Mac Claudia cubic bag. I think that's what it's called. And I made this a few weeks ago. You might have seen it in one or two of my other videos because I didn't realize it was in the background when I was recording it, but here it is. I used rose gold zip and rose gold rivets. The nice thing about this bag is once you unzip it, it actually lies flat, so you can see everything that you keep in there. And I just used this cute print that I've had in my stash for many years because I bought it to make something for my boys and then never got round to it. I thought it was the perfect fabric for inside this bag. The pattern comes with an elastic pocket on one side of the bag, and then on the other side it has a slip pocket. There's two sections. That's that. And when you zip it up, it ends up being this cool cube shape again. I've taken it to one sewing day with the Australian Sewing Guild so far, just filled with bits and pieces I wanted to work on, and it was quite handy. And the reason I wanted to share it with you today is because the pattern is currently on sale. So I'll leave my affiliate link down below in case you want to make one up. It's quite a quick, so I would recommend it for any gifts you might want to make this festive season. It didn't take me too long to sew up, maybe like a couple of hours to 4 hours. It really wasn't long. It was a fun little sew. It was really amazing how you make it and then it sews up into being this cube shape. So yeah, that one's on sale. I really enjoyed that pattern. But that's it for me this week. I hope you have a creative day and I'll see you next time. Bye.